Yes, I welcome you all to this Event Management 101 webinar. Rather than calling it as webinar, I can call it as a live meeting. So, இது வந்து என்னுடைய 12th day. I started on 10th of April for this lockdown period. I wanted to do something. I wanted to contribute back to the society in the form of webinar. I was always comfortable with Facebook Live because I have been doing it since July 24th of 2017. I'm crossing almost 1,000 days. Every day I've been doing minimum one Facebook Live, which has improved my confidence to a greater level, which made me talk on various other topics. One big advantage for me in Facebook Live compared to webinar is, in Facebook Live, usually I don't interact, I don't chat. I just do it as a one way and I close it and finally I respond to the chat. But in webinar, I'm more curious to take the questions so that I can answer all those questions live. So that's one big difference I see here. So when I started my first webinar on April 10th, I was a bit nervous, like how I'm going to handle the live audience. Even though I handled the live audience, even in TV channels, I've hosted live shows, recorded shows. But still, always when you talk something online, you have to be very careful because so many people are observing you. They'll be asking you a question. So that's how I started. And after a couple of days, I got a little confident and it has become used to for me. So this is another webinar for me, Event Management 101. You would have seen my poster. So this is MC Nandini Aravindan, my business partner and co-host, and this is me. That was from one of the events. This is the backside of a business card. I'll be showing it in future slides. So my profile, I'm an event anchor. So there are different names for an event anchor, which we'll be discussing in due course. And I'm also an MC trainer. I train other MCs also. I train other event anchors also. I'm an MC manager, where I manage other MCs. I will send other MCs to events. I would send other event professionals to other person's events. I'm a blogging trainer. I can help you create your website. I can help you maintain your website. I'll train you how to maintain your blogging style website, which is made in WordPress. And I'm an entertainer. That's what I would proudly like to be called as, more than calling myself as an entertainer. I call myself as an entertainer, where I can entertain people. At the same time, I can give some message, value-added message, which you apply in your life. There will be transformation in your life. That's what I'm more concerned about. If live, I'm doing it in my Facebook page, Tamilarasan Karnagaran, personal profile. I'm not doing it on my profile, I'm doing it in my personal page. And I'm the founder of Chennai Event MCs and Chennai Event Professionals, two MC-based companies, and co-founder of Chennai Event Entertainers, which is an event management company, which is founded by my business partner, MC Nandini Aravindan. Okay, now quick review of what we are going to see in this presentation. Major 10 points. Along with this, we'll have a lot more in due course while we explain. What is event management? What are the roles of an event manager? Why should you approach an event manager or organizer or a planner? Why can't you organize an event by yourself? What are the other professionals in the event industry? How do you contact an event manager and other event professionals? What are the types of events? What are the other works event professionals are doing in this lockdown period? That's very, very important. We are coming to the current trend. How is the scope for event management post-COVID? That's again one of the important topics that's much needed for event professionals and also for other clients also. And we'll have open discussion and Q&A. And as I said, it's 101. Definitely all the content is going to be at the very minimal level because I'm touching 9 different topics. Even if I talk for 5 minutes or 10 minutes on each topic, it's going beyond 1.5 hours. So I'd like to maintain it very crisp. We'll be just touching 1 or 2 lines on each of the topics. Probably when I go for event management 102 or 201, that may be a paid webinar, minimally paid webinar, where we'll be discussing everything in depth. So now, very important, attitude of gratitude takes you to a greater attitude. Nothing but you should have that sense of gratitude. You should be thankful for whatever he has got in your life and whoever has helped you in your life. In today, I'd like to thank a few important people. Okay, voice break in case break you can leave a message, or maybe if it's an internet connectivity problem for a few people, then we'll adjust. So this is myself, and this is my business partner, MC Nandini Aravindan. She is Ajay Rohini, and his husband, Mr. Balaji, is a news reporter in News 7 TV channel. He is Mr. Manoj. She is Monisha, and he is another person. He runs a different company. And I need to talk about these 6 people, especially Monisha and Manoj. They were my MC trainers when I started my MC career. When I wanted to start my MC career, rather I wouldn't say MC career. I wanted to become a VJ in a television channel, for which when I was looking out for opportunities, I found Manoj in radio station Aga FM. I was trying as an RJ by that time, and when I met him, he invited Proba, his own institute, and I met Monisha over there. They were in relationship by that time, and they both trained me as a VJ. VJ, not as an RJ. They trained me as a VJ, and they both groomed me in 2011. And that's how I got into this field. I don't have any background. I don't have any media background or events background from my family. So they two were the key persons who brought me to the event industry. And I should talk about Rohini because she was the person because of whom I went to this RJ audition. Before that, I wanted to become a movie star. I wanted to become an actor, and I was trying for some acting courses. And then I was not able to continue my acting course. I started listening to more of radio shows. Then RJ Rohini and RJ Balaji, not this Balaji, there was another Balaji who was hosting Kollywood Dance. Sure, RJ Rohini was hosting Appadi Podu show. And when I say about RJ Balaji, I can say the Balaji is who was in the Madrasapatnam movie. Adu pathina and the foreign lady kuda vandu he would be coming as a driver. Or another movie, Adama Jechamada Padatla, he would be doing the betting. He is RJ Balaji. He is also one of the RJs earlier. So அவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் எனக்கு இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் இருந்தாங்க. Then I wanted to try a RJ in Aga FM. That's how I went, and RJ Rohiniனால தான் எனக்கு மீடியா சைடே இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் வந்தது. Then அவங்களுக்கும் சொல்லிருக்கேன், but after several years I remember that and I told her. So I was very happy to share stage with all these people. Monisha oda art robla clusters oda annual day host பண்ண நானும் நன்றியும். It's a very emotional moment for us because myself with my trainers, my inspirations and with my trainee எல்லாருமே சேர்ந்து ஒரு ஸ்டேஜ்ல இருக்கோம் அப்படிங்கும்போது. So I'm thankful to them forever. Whatever I talk or whatever I do in this event industry, that's all because of Monisha and Manoj and RJ Rohini, because of whom I'm here. And Mr. Balaji Pati Solano Abdina, even in this Corona period, he has been working so hard. He's a news reporter. He has been every day going on field giving updates in the channel and also on his social media. You can also follow him on social media. Balaji J, you'll find. All right, with that introduction, let's get into the topic directly. What is event management? So this is where the biggest confusion come. நிறைய பேர் client வந்து கால் பண்ணும்போது இதெல்லாமே நான் கிறிஸ்பா நான் போயிடுறேன். Most of the time when I get a call from client எடுத்தோன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க எனக்கு event management வேணும், event manager வேணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு கேட்பாங்க. Then இது ஒரு மற்ற event professionals it's a great learning என்ன அப்படின்னா we shouldn't take it for granted. Every time when client ask you something, எப்பவுமே கிளைண்ட்டுக்கு எல்லாமே தெரியும் அப்படின்றதுக்காக you don't take it for granted. Always probe. கொஞ்சம் questions கேட்டாவது ask from them என்ன வேணும் எக்ஸாக்டா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. அப்போ அவங்க ஈவென்ட் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் வேணும்னு கேட்கறாங்கன்னா do they mean the entire setup or sometimes the client would all they need is the host, ஈவென்ட் ஆங்கர் தான் வேணும் கிளைண்ட்டை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும். பட் அவங்களுக்கு அதோட டெர்மினாலஜி தெரியாதனால அவங்க வந்து எனக்கு ஈவென்ட் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் வேணும் அப்படின்னு கேட்பாங்க. ஸோ வாட் இஸ் அன் ஈவென்ட் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் அப்படின்னா இப்போ உங்க வீட்டில் ஒரு பார்ட்டி இருக்கு. ஐ வில் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் இன் 2 different dimensions. If you are a family member, you have a birthday party, உங்களோட குழந்தைக்கோ இல்லை உங்க கசின்ஸ்க்கோ நீஸ்க்கோ நெபிக்கோ ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்றீங்கன்னா then what are the things you are going to focus? Okay, first thing you need to decide எனக்கு எவ்வளவு பேர் நான் இன்வைட் பண்ண போறேன், how many people I'm going to invite. Then which is the place I'm going to have it, whether I'm going to have it in a hotel or a party hall or in a wedding hall or a resort, and whether I'm going to have it at my convenient place or at the convenient place for all my relatives or friends. So common point இருக்க போறேன்னா அப்புறம் நான் கேட்டிங் எங்க ஆர்டர் பண்ண போறேன், கேக் எங்க ஆர்டர் பண்ண, இத மாதிரி you have so much of questions in your mind. But you may get confused. Like once again, this is one example. அதே மாதிரி you are going to host a wedding, உங்க வீட்ல ஒரு family event பண்றீங்க wedding. அப்ப அதுக்காக you need to think about என்னெல்லாம் பண்ணணும். சில பேர் வீட்டில் வந்து there will be experienced people, they will take care of everything. கேட்டரிங்ல கூட they will list out what all the things வேணும், மளிகை சாமான் என்ன வேணும்ன்ற முதற்கொண்டு they can do that. But most of the time they will not do it professionally. ஒரு தடவையும் ஒரு விஷயத்தை 10 தடவை திரும்ப பண்ணி தான் பண்ணுவாங்க. They will not do it first shotலயே கரெக்டா பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. இன்ஃபேக்ட் எங்க வீட்டில் அது மாதிரி எவ்வளவு பேர் இருக்காங்க, கிட்டத்தட்ட 30-40 வெட்டிங்ஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அது வந்து முன்ன நின்று நடத்திருக்காங்க. பட் ஸ்டில் எவ்ரி வெட்டிங் they host, they will do multiple things. திரும்ப பண்ணுவாங்க. ஒரு இன்விடேஷன் வைக்கிறதா இருந்தா கூட சரி, ஒரே ஏரியாவுக்கு போனா திரும்ப once again 3-4 times போக வைப்பாங்க. ஸோ இதை மாதிரி வந்து since they are not professionals, they will not be able to handle it ப்ராப்பரா பண்ணாம they will be wasting so much of time, so much of headache. அப்ப என்னன்னா these all things goes to one single person or one single organization called as the event management company or event organizing company or event planning company. Most of the time இது மூணுமே same, but there are minute variations. Probably I'll try to explain that. But as of now you can just imagine. Yes ma'am, Madhavi ma'am, I already explained even if I go in Tamil, I will be keep on saying in English also. So please don't get lost. I mean, don't feel that you are lost. Definitely, I'll come back to English also. So wherever I speak in Tamil, this is a challenge I face when I handle multiple audience of multiple languages. Even if I use one word in Tamil, immediately they feel like they are lost. But what I would say, please try to listen to the entire thing. You can connect the dots definitely. So not only for Madhavi ma'am, for everyone I'm saying this. So now coming back to the topic, event management அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது what are the thing, anything is happening in a family or in an organization. The corporateல வந்து ஓகே நீங்க ஒரு டீம் மீட்டிங் ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்றீங்க, இல்ல if you are going to organize annual day or a team outing அப்படின்ற மாதிரி if you are going to organize அப்படின்னா again you may be king or queen in your industry. Like நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா உங்களோட ப்ராசஸ்ல you can be a team leader, you can be a very great expert, subject matter expert இருக்கலாம். But when it comes to this team planning or team meeting or the conference planning, that's you're a beginner or maybe you don't have much awareness about it. So in that case, it's a good decision to hand it over to someone who is doing it professionally. They are called as the event organizers or event planners or event managers. So the basic role of an event manager or an organizer is getting the requirement from you, probing more, getting all the requirement from you and suggesting you the best of the best. Example, as an event manager, if you approach me, you say that Tamil, I have a family party and she's 1 year old. I want to celebrate her first birthday party. Now, as a responsible event manager, what are the questions I will ask you is, first thing, madam, எவ்வளவு பேர் நீங்க வந்து approach பண்ண try, I mean எவ்வளவு பேர் invite பண்றீங்க? உங்களுக்கு நான் first நான் சொன்ன questions தான். How many people you are expecting? What are the places? What's your approximate budget? That would be my next question. Approximate budget, and what is the locality? You want to have it near your home or outside your locality so that it's convenient for others. And என்ன மாதிரியான venue வேணும்? And what are the other things you want? Entertainment அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு I will be showing the checklist to the client. As a responsible event manager, I will throw the checklist. I'll show the checklist to my client. So these are the things available, man. 10 things or 15 things, 20 things available for a birthday party. So tell me, these are the charges that's going to happen. For example, if you go for a decoration, starting from 5,000 up to 50,000 or 1 lakh we have. Starting for an anchor, starting from 5,000 rupees up to 50,000 we have. If you pay 50,000, we are going to bring in a celebrity anchor. If you are going to pay 5,000, we are going to send a trainee. So this is how you will explain the client, so that once the client gets all the options, now client can take and finally they can come at a final budget. So this is how an event management works. So in simple terms, event management is nothing but they take care of all your event needs. They do all the research and they will give you, they spoon feed you. All you need to do is just take the checklist and come at the final conclusion. So far I think everything is clear in simple terms, and don't get too much into it. இதுல எனக்கு இந்த சின்ன டவுட் இருக்கு, அந்த டவுட்லாம் கவலைப்படாதீங்க. Basically, if I've understood, that's enough. So something which you are handing it over to some person who is going to take care of the entire thing for you. Definitely commercials are going to be involved there. They will have their own profit, they will have their own margin. Now, what are the roles of an event manager? As I said, first role of an event manager is to sit with the client, understand the client's state. We call it as the objective. That's very, very important, because most of the time when the client comes and say to the event manager, that may not be objective. For example, especially it happens in the corporate industry. The client would say, it has to be very memorable day, it has to be this, it has to be that. End of the day, finally, when I ask the client, that comes in just one line, they'll say that my employees have to be happy, that's it. Whatever you want, you do it. Whether you want to have a magic show, have it. Whether you want a team building game, you have it. Whether you want to do it as a solo stand-up competition, do it. But end of the day, my employees should be happy, that's it. No messages, they should be happy. So you need to get the objective from them. Some clients would say, no, my employees should have a team bonding. At the end of the day, they should know other person's name. At the end of the day, they should mingle with others. அவங்க ஒரு ஹைரார்கி பார்க்காம மற்றவங்களோட பழகணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. So as a responsible event manager, எங்களோட ரோல் என்ன அப்படின்னா, we will talk to the client, get the objective first thing. That is, getting the objective is the first thing. Second thing, showing all the options to the client. அவங்க objective ஏத்த மாதிரி என்னெல்லாம் இருக்கு அப்படின்றத we show to the client. This is the second thing. And then once the client approves the budget or what are the elements, then the event manager has to coordinate with all of the vendors or the team members. Example, I will take an example with a birthday party. So உங்க வீட்ல ஒரு birthday party, I am an event manager. So we have sat for the first discussion. You have confirmed everything. So you are telling, okay, Tamil, you go ahead and block a venue for me. I'll go for a party hall and go for the decoration, go for an MC, go for a DJ, audio, and go for some welcome girls and go for return gifts and a stall activity. So these 8 are the things clients have given me apart from the cake and food. Now what I'm going to do, and finally we have arrived at a budget. Okay, 2 lakhs is the budget done. I'll take 50% advance from the client and sometimes 80%. Once that's done, immediately I'll come to my office and I'll have my subordinates. I'll give them the list. This is what we need. And based on the date, immediately they'll call all these people and they'll block. Okay, they will call the venue. They'll call the venue. So and so date, we need to do the booking. Is the venue available? This is what we need. So once the venue is taken care, then they'll talk to the decorator. Then they'll talk to the event anchor. They'll talk to the audio person. So this is how the event manager coordinates with the client and also with other vendors. And once everything is set on the day of the event, after everything is set, everything is booked, there is not much role. And only on the day of the event, the event manager is going to play the role again. Example, today, the date is 22nd, okay, 21st or 22nd, whatever. I think 21st. Then I have the event on June 1st. In that case, what happens once everything is set today, everything is done. I tell my client, ma'am, everything is taken care. So let's just relax. And on May 31st, we'll send a reminder to everyone. Just tomorrow we have the event. Let's all meet. and decorator alone will be having maybe the previous day night or the next day morning. And after that, all the professionals, they are going to assemble back at the venue on June 1st, and everything is going to be taken care. Event manager is going to coordinate over there. So this is the basic role of the event manager, where starting from the planning till the end, till the execution is to take care. But if you go to Google or Wikipedia, you will find the difference. That is the actual meaning. There is a major difference between an event manager and an event planner or an event organizer. Event planner is someone who takes care of the planning, conceptualizing, and bringing everyone under one umbrella and handing over everything to the event manager. The basic role of an event manager, he need not think much about it. He need not sit for the planning thing or conceptualizing stage. Whatever the design, whatever the concept the event planner gives, event manager is going to execute it. So now I'm slightly deviating from what I have said until now. I've been speaking in terms of the event manager, but I'm shifting it to I'm taking it to the next higher level. Whatever the thing I've been explaining you so far, they are called as the event planner. Event planner is the one, or the event organizer is the one who sit with the event, the client, and discuss all these things, suggest the client all the options, and conceptualize the event, give the planning, how the decoration should be, how the venue should be, how the site should be, who all the persons to be engaged, who all the persons to be booked. இது எல்லாமே ஒரு event planner பண்ணிட்டு then they will tell their event manager. In other terms, இன்னைக்கு நிறைய பேர் இந்த விஷயம் புரியாத நிறைய event managers என்ன சொல்லுவாங்கன்னா, they call these people as line event manager னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆபீஸ்ல உட்கார்ந்து வர்க் பண்றவங்க event manager சொல்லுவாங்க, ஃபீல்ட்ல போயிட்டு வர்க் பண்றவங்க line event manager சொல்லுவாங்க. You can rather call them as the event manager. They are going to just coordinate the show. So அந்த வகையில basic thing now you need to understand is event planner is someone who starts from the planning, conceptualizing the stage. Event manager is the one who is mainly the executor. He need not sit in the planning. He need not be very creative. He need not sit in the conceptualized stage that we need to understand. He is just an executor, but he executes in a proper way. For example, if there is a decorator knows only the decoration part. If there is an audio person, he knows only the audio part. But an event manager knows the entire part, which has to come where, which has to come first, which has to come next. So that is where the event manager comes into the picture. I think I made this point clear. Now, why should I approach an event manager, organizer, or a planner? Why don't I do it myself? For example, Tamarasan, now I'm taking a webinar. Being a client, you have understood the concept. Oh, idella irukka or birthday party, these are the things I want. If it's a corporate event, this is all the things I want. So why don't I do it by myself? Nane resort call pandra, book pandra, nane decorator call pandra, I'll book them. I'll call the audio person, I'll book them. Yes, of course, definitely you can do that. Any field, you don't need a professional at all. You can do it by yourself. For example, including a tax filing. Now the GST filing also. In auditor, not depend on I can do it by myself. Most of the, I can't say everything, not 100%. Almost like 80% of the things in any of the career, you need not look out for the professional. You can do it on your own. But what is the advantage of looking out for a professional? I gave the answer at the beginning itself. Even I have a lot of persons in my family who have been a part of more than 30-40 weddings, but still every wedding is a first wedding for them with proper plan. So do you want that to happen? உங்களுக்கு ஒரு headache அது தேவையா? For example, if it's a birthday party. For birthday party, first birthday party for one time தான் வரப்போகுது உங்க குழந்தையோட லைஃப்ல. So that's very important. If it's a wedding, that's absolutely once in a lifetime opportunity, once in a lifetime occasion. If it's a corporate annual day, very, very important, because that one day it's going to motivate your employee. So any event that is very, very important. In the context like technology, every event is very, very important for you. No event or small event. That's very, very, you are not going to spend money just like that. You are spending money for some value. So voice is breaking. Okay. What I will do, I will turn off my net in my other phone. Okay. Now just give me a second. I will turn off other internet in my phone. All right, okay. I'm disconnecting my Wi-Fi on my other device. Okay, it's clear. Okay, and I'm sorry. Okay, the voice break ஆகுது அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது definitely, as I said in the webinar, we'll always have this challenge. சில பேருக்கு break ஆகும், few other people it will be clear. So it's good to, if someone says voice is breaking, others like Santosh, thank you so much. அது நடுவில் clarify பண்ணிட்டீங்க so that I can be comfortable enough. Okay, ஏன் சரி issue இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. Good, let's continue. So இது மாதிரி இப்போ வந்து why you should approach professional அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது one simple thing, they can manage it in a professional way without any headache for you. For example, இப்போ வசீகரா அப்படின்ற தமிழ் மூவி பார்த்து நிறைய பேர் தெரியும், விஜய் அண்ட் வடிவேலு அவங்க நடிச்ச மூவி. அதுல you would explain, like வடிவேல் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுவாரு, அழகா நீங்க வெட்டிங் வந்து பிளானர் கிட்ட கொடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா நீங்க ஜம்முன்னு ஜஸ்ட் போட்டோக்கு மட்டும் போஸ்ட் கொடுத்துடலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு சொல்லுவாங்க. So that is how it makes your life very, very simple. But a lot of us will still say ஒரு human touch நம்மளே தான் பண்ணணும் போது that's a secondary topic we'll discuss later. But basically உங்களுக்கு வந்து எல்லா விஷயமே 1% கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா they are going to coordinate. Now I'll tell you, if you don't approach an event manager, you are going to do on your own. What are the biggest negatives? You are booking a resort, you are booking a DJ, you are booking an event anchor, you are booking a welcome girl. ஒரு 10 பேரை நீங்க புக் பண்ணிட்டீங்க. So what's going to happen on the day of the event at 6 o'clock, if the event is going to happen, by 5:30 or 5 o'clock, everyone should be there at the venue. Now what's going to happen? You need to call them everyone personally and check with them where they are. You know, most of them will not give you the update. அப்ப நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும்? You have to take the pressure of calling everyone வந்துட்டாங்களான்னு சொல்லிட்டு. Just consider last minute யாரோ வரல, இப்போ எங்களை மாதிரி ஒரு MCO வரல, இல்ல ஒரு வெல்கம் கேர்ள் வரல, இல்ல someone has income, then that's going to be biggest headache for you. நீங்க வந்து உங்களோட ஃபேமிலி மெம்பர்ஸ் வந்து ரிசீவ் பண்ணுவீங்களா, இல்ல you are going to spend your time on coordinating the other stuffs. So that is the biggest challenge. So if you are not going to take a professional person support, when there is some last minute goof up happens, you cannot manage that. அதே மாதிரி வந்து everything if you are going to do it on your own, உங்களோட டைம் வேஸ்ட் ஆகும். For example, if you are a chartered accountant, if you are going to do it on your own, உங்களோட family event நீங்களே பண்றீங்கன்னா, if you hire an event professional, he is going to charge you some 50,000 rupees for the service. If the same thing you are going to do that on your own, maybe you can complete it in 40,000. Like usually our margins are 10 to 20%. Just as an average you can keep it. அப்போ 50,000 rupees charge பண்றதுல you can do it on 40,000. Absolutely 10,000 rupees is a saving for you, I don't deny. But now my question is, for doing the research about the resort, about the event, other professionals like DJ, MC, you will be spending so much of time, right? At least some 3 to 5 hours or 10 hours of research. Just convert it in terms of your business money. If you're a chartered accountant, you spend 1 hour. And if you're going to charge 5,000, 10,000 rupees to a client, அது வந்து நீங்க உங்க client கிட்ட charge பண்ணிட்டு, you can better pay an event manager. So this is what we need to work out. எல்லா இடத்துலயுமே you cannot play smart, you can't play smart enough and save money. சில இடத்துல you can play smart enough. ரொம்ப சின்ன event எனக்கு வந்து professional support வேண்டாமா, of course you can do that. But if it's a very big event or major event, definitely I would suggest மணியை பத்தி பார்க்காம all you need to do is be relaxed and sit back and enjoy the show. So that is one major reason why you should approach an event manager, because they will be giving you a lot of ideas first thing out of their experience. Without any pressure on you, they will take care of the entire thing. Even if there is any last minute changes, they will take care of them. For example, even in your family, you are expecting only 100 people, but finally you have 150 people, 200 people. All of a sudden you need additional charge. You need to have all of a sudden additional catering support. You need a return gifts or whatever it is. Definitely a professional event organizer would be able to help you. So that's the reason you should always approach an event professional, for not only event professional, any field. For example, for my accounts, I am a chartered accountant. He will take care of that. All I do is just give him my bank statement. He calculates something and he tells me, Thamma, this is what you need to pay. This is what the tax is all about. And I want to register my company. I'll ask him, what should I do? He'll say, these are the documents you should bring. Come to the register office, so and so date. That's it. So that is my work is made. Rather, I can go to an online website. I can search everything by myself, register my company. But instead of doing that, I can spend my time on my core industry. That's what I'm trying to say here. So now let's move on to the next topic. Why can't you organize an event by yourself? For the same thing, I have given it here. Definitely you can organize your event by yourself. You have a lot of video tutorials in YouTube. You have a lot of people training you like me on online. Definitely you can do that. But as I said in the beginning, there are a lot of challenges. If it's a small event, you are going to do a get-together event for your family, within your family, of course you do that. Within your state, you do that. Even for that, I will advise you can hire a professional, but still, I understand there is always a budget constraint. You can do it by yourself. You can watch some videos on YouTube. You can call some professionals like me. Like you can pay minimal level and you can learn at least something, because nothing comes for free in most of the cases. You can do that. When it goes little higher level, definitely go for the professionals. What are the other professionals in the industry? Like I said in the beginning, people always get confused with event manager or the event MC. So you should understand the terminologies. What are the things applicable in the event industry? So I have pointed out a few. The rest of the things I'll be explaining. So basically we start with the event manager. So he is at the top. Event planner, event organizer, or the event manager, they are the topmost in the hierarchy, because they are the one who coordinate with the client and get all the information. And next comes event MC. This doesn't mean that they are higher to their superior. I'm just giving the hierarchy in which the communication passes. Once the event manager books the event, next if they need the entertainment support, they will call the event anchor or other entertainment professionals like jugglers, magicians. I'll be explaining them in another PPT. So event MCs are the one whose role is, okay, I'll explain each and every role. Event MCs are the one who are basically the anchors, who hold the mic and who conducts the event. They have made primarily two roles. One is to host the event in a smooth way from start to the end, just giving the introduction and taking the event throughout the event very smooth. till the end of the event, until you conclude the event, and also engaging the audience with games, interacting with them. So these two are the primary functions of an event MC: hosting the event in a smooth way and conducting games and engaging the audience. And the MC's role differs from event to event. For example, in birthday party, MCs play both the role. In a corporate event, MC plays only one role sometimes. In a corporate team outing, again, they play only one role. Likewise, the role changes, but basic roles are hosting the event and engaging audience. Promoters are someone who helps you with flyer distribution, taking the database, who sits at the welcome girls or the welcome boys. They stand at the reception and they welcome the people who are coming in for the personal event or the corporate event. They are called as the promoters. DJs are the one who plays the music. And there is one other team called as the audio team. This is one important thing you have to be very clear. And நிறைய client வந்து call பண்ணும்போது நான் DJ book பண்ணிட்டாங்க அப்படின்னுவாங்க. But you have to be very clear when you say DJ, it means disc jockey. Disc jockeys are different from an audio team or the mic under the speakers. DJ is the one who plays the music. He brings his controller, mixer, all those things. He connected with the speaker which is already over there or the audio team is having. He will be playing the music based on the mode. இப்போ சில இடத்துல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எம்ஜேன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, மைக் ஜாக்கி, ஐ மீன் ரேடியோஸ்ல வந்து சொல்லுவாங்க தே மியூசிக் ஜாக்கி அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. And RJ சொல்லும்போது radio jockeys. So I'll explain the basic difference. RJs are nothing but radio jockeys who host the shows in radio. VJs are the video jockeys who host the shows in TV. Anchors or event MCs or event hosts, stage host, stage compere, all the master of ceremonies, those are denoting the same person who is nothing but the event anchor who stands on a stage and hosts the show. DJ is someone who is called as a disc jockey who plays the music through other setups. He has his own controller and mixer. He has his collection of songs in various languages, and based on the audience mood and the event, he'll be playing song time to time. So that is the primary function of the DJ. Audio person's function is to bring in the speakers and enough mic, all those things. That is the purpose of the audio function, audio team. Decorators are the one who is going to take care of the stage setup, the background setups, all those flowers and any other setups. The decorator is going to take care. Photographers, they are going to create the memories. They are going to take care of the still photography and also the video photography. Stall vendors like other game stalls or tattoos or mini golf or cotton candy or whatever it is, they are called as the stall vendors. Apart from this, there are a lot more things, but I have just categorized the major things here. At the end of this, maybe if I have missed out anything very important, because I prepared this PPT in the last minute, probably I'll be updating this in my next webinar also. Anything major roles I have missed, definitely people, you can leave it as suggestion, you can leave it as comment here, or you can share it during the Q&A. So these are the primary things available in the hierarchy. I wouldn't say the hierarchy, the roles in the event industry. So you have to be clear with all these roles so that you know that what is it you want in your event. So if you want MC, you'll call an MC. You can also call an event manager, and the event manager will book MC for you. But if you event manager MC call not all the MCs would be able to deliver you the event manager support, because MC managers are a little superior to us. They know everything in the industry. We know only the MCing part, and few of the MCs know the entire part based on the experience and their expertise. So you should very clearly know that what are the roles of the event professionals. Now, what are the types of the events? Like I'll go back to my first slide here. So these are the types of event. But before that, I'll classify into three major types. One is your family events. Second thing is the corporate event. Third is social events or public events. So family events, when I say, for example, let me give the example of this. Actually, out of my research, I have classified event industry into 50 to 80 different genres, 50 main genres and 30 additional genres. So I have showed only the 20 types of events over here, and I have further classifications. Probably I'll show that in my future webinars. So basically, let me explain you. First thing is a birthday party. It comes under a family genre. It's a family event. Wedding Sangeet, it's a family event. Corporate events, anything like anniversary, I'll explain in due course. Corporate events comes under corporate category. Team building activities, it comes under corporate category. Outbound training, it comes under corporate category. Outbound training means you will have a lot of trainings, but out of it, they learn something, they will apply it in their career so that there is some transformation happening. That's called as outbound training. Next, mall activity promotions. Usually when you go to a mall, you can see some cars over there, or people will be conducting some games, they'll be launching products. That's called as the mall activity or promotions. This, I call it as the social events or the public events. So conference, conclave, again, it comes under corporate. So you can classify only into three: personal or family, corporate, and social events, social or public events. So I'm going to categorize it. You can also try to answer yourself. Dealers meet product launch, that comes under corporate category. Launch or any inaugural events, that's corporate. Annual day, anniversary, it's again, it can come under corporate. Also, it can come under social events like schools. It can also come under family event, but mostly it do not come under family unless it's a wedding anniversary or something. So it comes in the all category. School, college events, it again comes under corporate. I will make it as a corporate category rather than calling it as the social category. I'll put it in corporate. Get together reunion, again, it can be in a personal reunion or it can be corporate also. Awards function, it usually comes under corporate category. Celebrity events and interviews, it again comes under corporate, or even it can be social events also based on the person whom you are going to interview. Promotional activities, I'll bring it under public or social events. Sports, fitness, marathon, again, most of the things will happen outdoor. I'll call it as a social or the public events. Audio launch, press meets, I will categorize it into corporate events. Fashion show, dance, again in corporate events. Training events and workshop, corporate. So this is how I'm categorizing it. It doesn't mean that this is the only classification. For my convenience, I'm spreading it into three different industry. For example, maybe I can make it into fourth also. Schools and colleges, or it can be NGO, or it can be non-profit. Likewise, you can bring in the fourth category. But just for the sake of understanding, I've made it into different categories. Okay. I think I missed audio event manager. Okay. So what are the types of events I explained to you now? Basically, I explained that beyond this, there are a lot more event types also. Probably we'll discuss in future. Now, I think I missed 2 slides over here. How do you contact an event manager and other event professionals? Okay, now quickly, whoever is able to message on the chat, you can send me. Okay, I have explained you so far. To a certain extent, I have told you about the event managers, other event professionals. Now, based on this, what you can do, you are going to send me the message here as everyone over here that you'll be having the option called as private or everyone. Quickly, you can send a message. What are the ways we can contact an event manager or other event professionals? For example, maybe you may have someone in your contact already, or you have never heard of this concept, totally it's new. Now, out of this learning, tell me that what are the ways you would be able to approach a forget me, because today I'm accessible for you, you have found out me. But apart from this, what are the other ways you would be able to reach out to an event manager if you have an event at your home? Example, this week you have a birthday, for example, forget about this week. In June, you have a birthday party. So what are the ways you are going to do that? Okay, so you can just send a message over here. There's Shamya, she's sending search in Google. Satish is sending Facebook and YouTube. That's a lovely thing. Get to websites, Hariharan. Google review, search website. Okay, enough, good, fair enough. Now I'm going to ask you next very important question. I want you to say, this is the direct question. You are having a birthday party, you are having your birthday party at your home. Now, type exactly what you are going to put it in Google. Majority of the people's answer is either searching Google or Facebook. But you're not going to sit and just watch it and it's going to give the result. Rather, you're going to type something over there. Like if you ask me what I will search is, I will search like event professional for birthday party in throughout you. This is what my search should be. Or maybe my friend will be searching event organizer for birthday party in North Chennai. This is how he is going to search. Same way, I want you to shoot each one of you like how you are going to search. I've said it's a birthday party. You have a birthday party at your home. So you want someone that can be an organizer or whatever it is. So what is that you are going to search exactly? Don't see others' answers. Just quick 15 seconds time. Everyone you can shoot your answers. What is it exactly? Birthday event organizer, MC for birthday party, event planner in Chennai. Yes, quick, come on, bring it on. You can bring some more answers. Best birthday party, event manager in. Thank you so much for all the response. I'm very happy that people are alert there. In fact, I was just thinking whether people are listening to me or not. And thank you, everyone. Yes, event entertainer for a first birthday party. Fantastic. She's getting into so much of niche thing, but I really like that. Okay. Inner answers. Let's wait for some couple of other answers. Event organizer. Okay. Having said all that, now I'll give you the option. Only 2 options to all of you. And are you going to search it in Facebook or in Google? I'll just answer whether Facebook or Google. That's my question. What are the keywords you are given? Facebook, Google, Facebook, Google. Very good. Alternatively answers are coming. Google first, Google. Okay, good. Now let's get into Yahoo. Okay, still people are using Yahoo search engine. Good. Okay, having had a lot of theoretical explanations, now let's get into small practical exercises. I'm going to show you my screen, Google. Okay, thank you. Just Dale also, Rajiv. Thank you so much. Okay, now let's get into, I'm going to share a new screen here. Let's search online itself directly. We'll get into online and let's search for it. Give me a minute. Let me open the screen. This one. I'll check with a friend. That's a really good answer. Give me a minute. I'm just searching for my. Please bear with me for a minute. I'm stopping the share because I need to open my Google Chrome, which I haven't opened at all. Just 5 minutes. Let's do a practical exercise and then we'll get back to the theory part once again. Okay. Let me share my screen and let's get into Google. Okay. I have two options. I can go to Facebook and also I can come to Google. Let's try both the way how we are going to search here. Okay, let me open my Facebook as well here. Let's see what is the difference when you search. So I'm going to search event managers in Chennai. Let's see what are the results I'm going to get over here. Like someone has said, mostly I'll check with a friend who's done a party, which was awesome party friend. Okay. So when I search for event managers in Chennai, so I'm teaching a little bit of social media marketing also over here. How you can improvise your website or your Facebook page. So when someone searches event managers in Chennai, so you get a event management companies in Chennai, that's a page, that's the reason it's showing us like, so these are the things. And then here you need to go here, you need either click post, people, photos, groups or something. So based on your requirement, if you're going to identify groups, you'll go here, or if you're going to look out for persons or pages. So if I'm going to click pages here, it will show who are the pages that has event managers keyword in Chennai. So these are the things that's showing here. But I don't think it will be in a proper format over here sometimes. And also I can see it in the post. So what are the posts that has event managers in Chennai that will be shown here. And don't just get astonished everywhere my name is coming, because first thing it will show our result and then our close friends result. That's what you can see here. Anyone view your friends, your groups and page, that there is an hierarchy. So when you search first yours and then your friends and then friends of friends. Now let's get into Google. Same thing I'm going to do here. Event managers. So a lot of points there. A lot of promotions are going to happen to a lot of event managers through this live. Whoever is coming top on the result. So when someone searches here, first thing DA events, I have worked for them. Puritan said thank you. And there is corporate event organizers and must event organizers. So most of the time when you get these top three results, these three are the result people usually check. And then after that, what people actually, these three are Google Places, Google company, we can say that. Like they have registered their company in Google Places, Google location. And that's how they are in the top. And after this, you will have 10 search results. This they call it as usually SERP, search engine result page, I guess. So first thing, millennial choice event management company. So this is how you search. And then the Just Dial event management companies in Chennai, top event management companies in Chennai. So if you open any of the links, you'll be getting once again 10 to 50 to 100 different databases. So again, you need to call them or you need to give your contact number so that they call you. So this is one way where you do that. But one biggest challenge is you need to do a lot of research. When you get so much of thing, you don't know who is what or what is their professional experience. So what you will do, once you go to Just Dial, once you register, immediately you'll be getting 5 to 10 calls. Once you go to some other portal and do that, you'll get, but that is really good. You get the contact of so many people. Then ask them for their proposal and based on their confidence level, based on how they explain what all the questions are answering, you can select. That is one way. Second way, some people what they do, instead of going to the Just Dial or Suleika or any other portal, they wanted to see someone who is standing as a monopoly or who is having a very strong online presence. Like when you found DA events here, they are a standalone company. They haven't registered even in the portal. That is their own company. So which means sometimes people will give importance to this result. Same way, I have not done my SEO for event management or event management company. But if you go for MC related thing, anything related to MC related, for example, if someone needs a birthday party MC, this is how they search. Let's assume they search like birthday party MCs in Chennai. Now what happens? First you get favorite birthday party, must event party, Chennai Event Entertainers, which is my company. That's founded by Nandini. I'm the co-founder. And next, after skipping all these things, most of the clients, what they do, they come here, they check all other links, and most of the clients' tendency is to select the one who is having more link and select the one who is individual without having tie-up with other. But I'm not degrading or I'm not excluding other portals like Just Dial, Suleika over here. But I'm saying some of the clients' mentality is instead of going to the portal, they wanted to select someone who has their own website or who has their own Facebook page. So let's see here if any of the Facebook results are coming over here. So first thing, ChennaiEventProfessionals.com is a website which is mine. And next, nandiontoast.com is Nandini's website, my business partner Nandini's website. She's also on the live. ChennaiEventMCs.com, again, it's my website. Most of the time, a lot of my friends used to ask me, why so many websites for you? You can see the result over here. A lot of my websites are showing over here. ChennaiEventMCs.com, and again ChennaiEventMCs.com, then Medium.com, which is one of the search engine platform. I'll be teaching it in my social media marketing paid webinar. And again, Medium.com, or you're looking for a male MC. And again, if you see the images, probably you'll see a lot of our images, and videos again ours, MC Tamil. And I'm very fortunate today, I'm getting almost like 9 search results out of 10. Only one is to someone else. This is one of the strongest keyword which I work for, which I've never paid. I've been doing so much of research, and I've been writing a lot of blogs. I've been shooting a lot of videos. And some people will search as birthday party anchors in Chennai. Let's see what are the results you get. Are you looking for a birthday? So I'm not going to boast about my website. Rather, I'm going to tell you how clients are searching. Now, maybe some client, they don't understand MC or anchor concept. Now, what they are going to search? Birthday party entertainer near me. This is how sometimes they may search near me. We don't know how the clients are going to search. But we do have certain statistics how the clients are searching. So when they search like this, again, whoever is going to top over here, they're going to get the business, like BuzzingBubs.com, BuzzingBubs help, 10 birthday party, Jiglado, whatever, so much. So as a client, now coming back to a topic, as a client, these are the ways you are going to search. But one important thing, if you have observed here, you wouldn't have find any Facebook result over here. So Facebook is something, they are a separate search engine place, and Google is something, they are a separate search engine place. So if you want to get a lot of more quality people, definitely your search would be on the Google rather than on Facebook. I don't say people in Facebook are not quality, but there is huge competition in Facebook. If you go and search, for example, just in a group, some of the common groups, go and post that I need a birthday party event organizer. Just one simple message. You will get 50 to 100 contacts as a comment to your post in the next 1 to 2 hours. I would be really surprised whether you are going to contact all those 100 people, how you are going to filter. So in that case, instead of doing all those havoc thing, rather you can do some 15-20 minutes of research in Google. You can find the best of the best. You can go to their website, or you can go to after that you can go to their Facebook page and you can do some research. So this is what I wanted to share. So maybe this could have been a little out of topic to out of event management topic, but as a client, you should know how to search for your event manager. So this is one way of searching online, and all other ways, you'll take your phone, you'll go to Just Dial, you'll take the contact number, you'll call them, you'll ask your friends, the close one. If you had gone to recent events where some of your friends invited to their party, you'll get contact information from them. So these are the other ways. So let me stop sharing and bring it on. So now what I'm going to do, slightly I'm going to take a 5 minutes break because I have just 10 more minutes of my session to conclude it. If anyone has a question here, you can shoot it over here. And what I will do, I will request Nandini and Shamya to consolidate the questions that someone is asking it over here. And you can just consolidate and send me as a single message over there. So far, let me just give me a minute time. Let me skim through if there are any other questions apart from whatever you have answered over here. Mostly I'll check with a friend. That's a lovely answer from Tota Jayalakshmi. All right. Okay. So it's time for you. If you have any questions or if you have any understanding, if you have something interesting, if you have learned something new, we can also leave it on over here. It's not a one-way session. As I said, it can be interactive. We can leave your comments also in the chat box. No harm in leaving your comments. That will be a little motivation factor for me as well. Okay, now, before I go to the next further topic, and again, I'd like to show you some of my researches and some of my documents which I have created in this last 8 years. Yes, Tota Yogalakshmi, you can keep sharing your comments as well here. Anyway, I'll be reading all the comments. Now, I'm going to show you one of the proposals what I sent to my client, because so far we have been seeing only the theory. We did not see any of the pictures. Because event manager, I need to show a lot of pictures to convince my client. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you a picture here, like a sample of my proposal to my client. Like when client approached me, this is my first page of my proposal, as to make sure that the client understand that, yes, I have got a recommend. So the first line, as I said in the beginning, objective of the event, conduct games and activities for the team members to have a fun-filled day. That's it, period. This is all the client wants. So once I send it in written to my client, they will acknowledge it, yes, Tamil, this is what I want. So then I will suggest the client what are the activities I'm going to plan as a responsible event anchor or responsible event planner or the organizer. I'm going to suggest all these things to my client. You can take this plan, sir, where you can hang around the resort, or you can take MC support like us. You can have your internal performances. You can have your external performances. You can play outdoor cricket, you can have stall activities, you can have photo booth. So I've given the entire option to the client. Now it's easy for the client to say, இல்லப்பா எனக்கு வந்து ஸ்டால் ஆக்டிவிட்டிலாம் வேண்டாம், எங்க பசங்களுக்கு பிடிக்காது. இல்ல எங்கல யாருமே இன்டர்னல் பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ்லாம் கொடுக்கவே மாட்டாங்க, வேண்டவே வேண்டாம் அப்படின்னா. இல்ல சில பேர் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, ஐ ஹேவ் சோ மச் ஆஃப் இன்டர்னல் பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ், விட்டீங்கன்னா பசங்களுக்கு பிடிக்கவே முடியாது. So we don't want any external performance. So இது மாதிரி client will have multiple options. When you give them these options, all they need to do is just click the checklist, whatever the options you are giving. So this is how my first page will be there for the proposal. And now I am explaining whatever the theoretically I will explain to you. Now I am showing you in the form of the PDF. Let me quickly read it out faster here. The role of E is professional event anchor. Event anchor, they are going to take the complete flow of the event. They give announcement, welcome the performer. So far, now you can understand most of the concepts, the roles of the event professionals I'm explaining. I'm just reading out little faster. If you want to take a screenshot of this, you can take it. I don't mind it. Event anchors are needed to take the complete event in a flow. They give announcements. They welcome the performers. They make the audience appreciate the performers in a stage show. They conduct game activities, interact with the audience. They keep themselves engaged. So that is the primary role of the event anchor. Now there is some other professional called as a juggler who handles multiple objects at a time. He uses balls, football, bowling for something. He performs on stage and few more performances should be done in the middle of the audience. Sometimes he engage audience also. Beatboxer is something a lot of people are not aware. They make a sound, different sound, instrument sound, DJ sounds out of their throat. And they also teach the audience to perform and they make it very lively. They make the audience also dance. Variety dance is a performance done by a single person who dresses himself with four-legged animal or like an ostrich, spring, or Chinese lion, or they use multiple props. This is called as a Chinese lion. Cine dancers, they come as a group. They perform for the cine songs either with a same costume throughout or they change costumes for each and every dance. Magic show, which is the traditional one, and there are different level of magic show. If it's for kids, normal magicians are enough. If it's for adult, they would have seen so much of magic shows, so we need an advanced magician. Now we have the next concept called as the mentalism, mind reading. In fact, we also have a show tomorrow. Probably I can share the poster as well. We have a live mentalism show tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So mentalism is something, it's a mind reading where they read out your ATM pin, they find out your mobile's screen pattern and lot more things they do. They read out what is the card you have selected and you need to experience that mentalism. That's for the corporate people and adults. So same way, magic has a different versions. Ventriloquist is someone who performs with single-handed puppet like Kamaloda movie la paathukalam. கடவுள் அமைத்து வைத்த மேடை படத்துல பாடுவாங்க, like they call it as a Johnny பொம்மை. And there are so many different types of puppet shows. And mimicry artists, again a traditional one, and now there are different types of mimicry artists, like TV artists have come, normal stage artists have come, and a lot more has come. They not only perform and they also add a lot of humor. Mimicry artists are the stand-up comedians by default. And DJ, as I said in the beginning, they are needed to bring in the peppy mood for the event. They play the music according to the mood. So sumana namu okay, I have a lot of music collection, naam play panikalam appdi nenikama, I hire a proper DJ, he will do justice to the role. Tattoo stall, balloon sculpting, chocolate fountain, there are a lot more stalls which can be add-ons. You can engage your kids in the stalls and adults also, they get engaged in the stalls. Main stall, definitely it will attract a lot of women. Caricature is something where you sit and people, they will draw you. Pencil portrait, pencil drawing or portrait drawing. That's what they say. Parrot Josium, again a traditional one, and Rat Josium has come now. Very interesting one. And unlike other traditional Parrot Josium, இது வந்து சீரியஸா போகாது. They will also add a lot of humor. சொல்லும்போது they will add, for example, சின்னத்துல வந்து they will say that, oh, என்னோட parrot வந்து இந்த நேம்க்குலாம் எடுக்க மாட்டேங்குது. They may add a lot more humor. I don't think that that's just a serious thing. They will add a lot more humor also. They are changing themselves according to the event industry. And photo booth, you can take it as a lot of great memory. There are 3 types of photo booth. One is with the entire setup where it comes as a complete package with collage. Second thing, without collage, it can be single photo. Third, what you can do is we will be bringing in the props. You can just have it and you can take photos in your mobile. And mascot is someone who wears a different cartoon characters like Santa Claus in the Christmas time. You have different cartoon characters like Chota Bheem, Mickey Mouse, Lion, Chutki, and he walks around the event area so that people tends to take photos with the even though people are adults or elders, they get back to the childhood days on seeing the character Chota Bheem or Mickey Mouse. They go next to the Chota Bheem, they dance with them, they hold each other's hands, they take photographs. That's how we bring the inner child from the guest. And let's forget the games. So these are the sample of the games, what happens in the corporate events. And just let me go a little faster, just to give you the feel of how all these things are happening. This is how it happens. This is the example of the photo booth. Okay, now coming out of this screen. Now let me take you to one more quick screen. Yes, Yogalakshmi, I'm little fast. As I said, it's 1 hour. I need to condense so many things. But anyway, I'll try to maintain the pace once again. Let me show you one more plan about my birthday party proposal, what I sent to my client. With that, we'll get into the actual topic and we'll wind up in another 5-10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to share one more screen over here for you. Birthday party preparation. Yes. So these are the questions I usually ask my client. When my client approach, I ask this, what are the pain points of the client when they organize an event like, are you planning for a birthday party? Do you have any confusion whether you have to in a hotel or not? Are you feeling lost that there are so many work is involved in this organizing? Are you confused whom to invite, whom not to invite? Because out of our experience, we'll tell the client that this is just a birthday party, not a wedding event. In a wedding event, you'll be inviting 600 people to 1,000 people, but for a birthday party, you cannot. There is a restriction. You will invite only 100 to 200, 50 to 100 in Dhamma. So we will explain them out of our experience. Or in worry that whether your guest would be happy. Okay, we will happy. For example, for this webinar, okay, 30 people have joined. Whether I'll be able to make them happy up into anxiousness in a group. If I have a standard format, I'll be confident enough to present it. Same way, clients will have anxiety and uncertainty whether I'll be able to make my guest happy. And biggest fear all the clients have is about the kids. And kids who you cannot manage them at all. So that's the reason I mentioned it. Yes. Are you scared of the kids who are coming to the party and whether you think their naughtiness, you get fainted? When the cake setup, they break everything. So you cannot manage the kids all alone. So you need a professional. So this is what my first set of questions I give to my clients. If they have answered yes to any of the questions, I present them this presentation like this is our past experience, what you have done. I've also sent out PDF in the group. We can go through that. What are our experience like? This is all the type of events we host. Where all we have hosted? We have hosted across India. Nandini has hosted in Malaysia as well. We have hosted almost in all the states in South India. We have been to Bangalore, Pondicherry, we have been to Kerala as well, Cochin and Wayanad. And let's skip all these things and let's quickly get into what are the things involved in a birthday party organizing. With this, I'm getting back to my PPT. So when I talk to my client, I always give this checklist, all these 10 things. Like, sir, you need a venue, you need decoration, you need food, you need cake, written gifts, invitation, entertainment, DJ and sound, stalls, photography. And apart from this, you can add welcome girls and you need to add something else also you can add. So once I give this checklist, now the client will be able to select. This is the biggest mistake most of the event managers, they don't do. So as a responsible event manager, I would request you to share this. And as a client, you ask this checklist to the event manager, at least they'll prepare and give it to you. Because once they're able to prepare it and give it to you, you can be 100% confident, yes, this event manager is very clear. And after giving these pointers, I have explained everything with a picture over here. Like how it's going to happen. When I say the birthday party decoration, this is a sample of the birthday party I hosted. It's not I organized, I was an MC for the event. So this is how the birthday party is going to look with an MC and also with the decoration. And now the client is able to visualize. Now again in decoration, it's called as a theme birthday party. It's a jungle theme, how it's going to look. And then again, it's a theme. It's not a theme birthday party, normal one. In fact, it was my niece birthday party long time back. And this is a birthday party which we organized. That was our first event management. This is a Finding Nemo theme. It happened at Deccan Plaza, Roypeta. So when I show the samples, client would be able to pick something out of it because starting from blank, they can pick something out of it. Then food planning, I explained them how to plan for the food, how to plan for the cake, whether you should go for the theme cake, at what time you need to order, what time it has to come to the event venue, and return gifts. Invitation, do you need to plan it like a physical copy or just a soft copy, whether it's going to be a WhatsApp invitation or email or it's going to be a website invitation. Entertainment, that's very important. Most of the clients says that, okay, cake cutting mattum panna podu appdi nenipaanga. But now the trend has changed. You definitely need entertainment support. So I can talk for hours and hours. I'll be sharing it in a different webinar about entertainment support. And DJ and sound, definitely that's also needed when you go for entertainment. And stalls for the birthday party, as I explained, like so many stalls like Mehndi, chocolate fountain, photo booth, popcorn, caricature, tattoo design, and a lot more things are there. We'll be giving the suggestions. And these are the mascots. These are actually international ones. I will send you the Indian ones. Photography and videography. And here I have explained the role of the event manager because most of the client on seeing this PDF, they'll think, oh, namak in the PDF kadachitsu namle organize pannu poilame. But they should understand what is the work of the event manager. These are the basic tips to prepare for a birthday party. However, to make your work more simple and to be at your more ease, you shall contact event managers, event organizers. they will be able to organize all these things for you, and you shall be relaxed at the event, enjoying the event and taking care of your guests in a better way. When everything else is taken care by others, definitely you will be relaxed and you can smile at your relatives and you can welcome them, you can give them the great memory. And then I'm giving you the checklist, like I've given you so many options to the client, given so many options. I'm explaining them. These red ones, they are mandatory. And the next bold ones, they're additional add-ons. If you have little more budget, you can use it. And the other ones, if you have little more budget, you can go for that. So these are the options as a responsible event professionals I give to my client, and they do that. And also I share my video links to my clients. So this is going to be helpful for both the set of people who are in the live, the other event professionals. If you have not yet created something like this, it's high time go ahead and create something like this in the lockdown period itself, so that you can shoot all these things to your clients when they need it. If you're a client, ask for all these things so that you both are on the same page, crystal clear, so that you don't get any confusion. Now coming to our last slide in the PPT. How do you contact? That's where we deviated to Google. What are the types of event I've explained? What are the other works event professionals are doing in this lockdown period? What is the scope? Other service. Okay, these two topics I'm going to talk. Probably I will come on the video itself and talk. Let me turn on my video. It's a long time since it's on my face. Okay. So what are the other things we are doing? So now let's get back to our current topic. Not only for the event professionals, it's also for all others if you are in other professions also. So experts have identified that hotel industry, event management industry, media, travel industry are going to start little late, and definitely there's going to be huge competition. The number of events are going to be very less, and there's going to be huge competition. The reason being, just imagine I work for a corporate, like I'm an event manager for a corporate which has 10 different offices in Chennai. Now what they have done is they have started working from home. So even after the lockdown, because of the social distancing which is going to prevail for almost for several months, these corporate, they will open their 5 offices, or they'll open 5 offices, or they may open only 2 offices alone. And rest of the 5 or 8 offices are going to remain closed, which means events are not going to happen there physically, not virtually. Physical events are not going to happen. So definitely all those 8 events are cut, which means if they have any virtual event, definitely this event manager should be capable enough handling those virtual events. And again, the event anchor should be capable enough handling those virtual events. So instead of waiting for the event industry to boom up and getting the competition, getting the going for the fight in the competition, what my suggestion would be, start thinking now, start acting now. Not thinking, start acting now. Start doing all your virtual events right from today. Already so many people have started. Like event anchors, they have started doing game shows. They have been doing game shows. They have been doing a lot of live interviews. They have been doing a lot of webinars like me. So this is what event professionals have been doing. DJs, they have been doing live DJing. They have been doing playing songs. They've been asking the people to dedicate the song. They've been playing in the night time or other times. And the photographers, they have started taking workshops. They have been explaining others what is the importance of photography. So every event professionals, they have started coming on live or webinar. They have started educating the client, explaining them what is the need for them in the event, like need of photography in the event. And also they teach basic tips to the client so that clients can start using it at their home. Once they get used to it, definitely they are going to hire the professional for the next higher level. So these are the ways event professionals, you can make your time useful, like conduct your own events online. Like you can organize, like if an event organizer, conduct a magic show online. Just get yourself trained in Zoom. I'm there to support you. There are a lot of the people to support you. And fix up a day or the time for the magic show or any other show and start promoting it. I'm there to help you with promotions as well. So இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது, once you fix the date, we'll start promoting it online. And once people come, you're going to definitely earn out of it as well. Maybe initially you can go for free webinar. Once you're confident enough, you can go for a little higher level, like 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 200, whatever it is. Something is better than nothing at this moment, not always. If it's a normal time, I would say don't compromise on your budget, whatever is your budget, because for the quality, you have to stick to your budget. Even now, I would say the same, but if online is a new domain for you, if you want to learn something, then you need to do a little bit of compromise in your budget. So in that case, what you do, you try to associate with someone who is already technically strong, like definitely you can approach me, I'll help you, and start doing your own online events. Start talking to your clients. Tell them that, sir, I'm ready to do your online events. Tomorrow, I'm supporting trainer Pongal Punitha ma'am for her webinar. She's going to take a webinar for 15 teachers in a school. So I told her, ma'am, I'll give you support. I'll come as an event MC. I will initiate the Zoom call, everything. So same way, either learn by yourself on the technical aspect or if you think that you are not that tech savvy, just approach someone, collaborate with them, start doing it. It's high time you have to start it now. And once I've started it now, we can do the same thing in future also. Like even after the lockdown also, we need not worry, because I don't see the message of when the lockdown is going to be released at all, because I'm not much worried about that. I have planned all my work for the next 2-3 months online. So no matter what, even if the physical events are going to happen, if I'm going to get good benefit in my online events, why should I move out of my house when when I can earn 5,000, 10,000 sitting at my home at my comfortable level? Why would I prefer to go outside for the next 3-4 months? Not always, okay? Because I would like to maintain social distancing to take care of myself, to take care of my family. So in that case, try planning. I mean, all the event professionals and also other people who are in this life, who are non-event professionals, same way think about your industry. What are the best ways we can start working on yours? So that's the first thing I'll advise you. Start doing webinars, start doing Facebook Live, start associating with others, start giving interviews to others, so that you also get good reach to others. So that's the first thing, my suggestion. Second thing, whether you know or not, start learning marketing. Because today, that is the one, I won't say that's the only way, but that is one of the biggest way where you can start earning money in this lockdown period. So I'll be talking a lot about it for the next 2-3 minutes. I'll share about what are the things I have been doing in the last 1 month and what are the ways I myself and my team members, we have been earning through that. So I'm going to present you the last 2 slides now. With that, I'll open it for the question hours. In the meantime, before I open my slide and explain, you people, you can keep sharing your opinion about this webinar, how much you felt. Of course, I understand I've been a bit fast than usual also, because I want to condense so much of information in this 40 minutes. I'm sorry for that if I've been too fast, but definitely out of 100 words I've spoken, you would have understood 60 words. But for me, even if you have understood 20 words, that's a success for you. That's what I always say. Out of the 40 minutes webinar, just 2 minutes of the webinar, which you have taken a proper notes and which you are going to apply, your day is made. I would say your year is made if you are going to apply it. So in that way, you are not missed anything because of my speed. And feel free to share your opinion in the chat, so that as soon as my presentation is over in the next 2-3 minutes, I'll go through the chat and I'll read out your question. So my last set of slides. What is the scope for event management post-COVID? As I said, in fact, yesterday I had a webinar with one of the heads of GRT Hotel. They have groups of hotel. And I asked, because a lot of the clients of mine, they have started asking me, Tamil booking edukalama, engalukku event vanduchu nu solumbodhu, I have stopped taking booking because I told them, please wait until government officially announce about the lockdown. The same answer, someone from GRT, the head from GRT told me, as a person, ma'am, can we take the booking, because my clients have been asking. She said, no, until May 3rd, please don't expect any answers from us. Until May 3rd, we are not going to decide anything upon that. I asked her, no, just they're asking for the booking. When will be the booking? She said, no questions until 3rd. So that is the advice I will say others also. Until the government announces about the lockdown closure, please don't plan for any of the events. Don't say that it's theoretically, because you're wasting your time on something else. Rather spend your time on online stuff and start earning or start building your profile online now. Because even if the market is open on May 4th, definitely you are not going. Don't think that I'm demotivating you. Just imagine social distancing is going to be there. A lot of competitions are going to be there. Instead of going and fighting in the competition, you can better sit at home and do all your online work, like what you're doing now. So act smart. Don't worry about the lockdown closure date. Start working online. So this is how the scope of the event management is going to be post-COVID. Heavy competition and a lot of event cancellation. I mean, I won't say cancellation, minimum scope for the events. But let's pray for the best. Let's hope for the best that very soon let it get into normalcy, so that every one of us get good events. And our other services like Chennai Event MCs and entertainers and professionals, what we have been doing for the last 2 months. And I've been helping other trainers and other entertainers like the magicians and other ventriloquists or other trainers getting online. There are 2 types of people. One set of people who are good at online already, but they need support in the promotions or they need support in anchoring the show. Like I will be introducing them in the show. I'll be controlling the technical part of the show. I'll introduce the anchor and I'll handle the question and answer session. For example, when I'm talking to you, I'm not just delivery chat. I'll consult all the questions comfort. Same way, you can help other trainers, other event professionals. You can be an anchor for the show. You can help them from start to the end, starting from the Zoom call up to the Q&A session and collecting the feedback session. And you can help them organize the entire thing, or you can help them only the host part alone, event anchoring part alone, you can do that. So this is one way. You can do it for free, or you can also do it getting paid. That's up to you based on your skill, based on how you market yourself. And second, promoting others events. Of course, as I said, tomorrow we have this magic show at 11 o'clock. This is one of my events collaborating with Tamil Academy Sivagasi. And this is a parenting workshop. Same way, I associate with a lot of the trainers. I get the flyers from them. I share it with others who are getting enrolled. I get the referral fee. Same way, if you're listening to this webinar, you would like to make money out of it, you can ask me. I'll send these posters without the contact information. So you can start sharing it to your contacts. If they are going to approach you, you can put them through me, or you can collect the payment and give it to me. And once you give the payment, you'll be getting a referral anywhere starting from 10% to 15, 20% based on the show and the amount what we charge. So this is one way you can start earning, and this is one way you can also help others. Not only in terms of money, you're also helping others as well. So because out of this event, I'm helping this event organizer, I'm helping this event professional, and also I'm helping my clients who are bored at home to get something, some entertainment when they are bored at home. And this is one big project we are doing, 3G Commune. It's a company, 3G IRPS in IIT Research Park, which has been founded by a person who has studied in Harvard University. They are running a webinar on artificial intelligence, which is the main scope for the next era. So the artificial intelligence webinar, they charge 500 rupees, but when you go as a package paying 300 rupees, you get this webinar for free, and also you get a career assessment, online career assessment. And once you do that, you are ready to start your own business. Like if you're happy with the webinar, if you're happy with whatever is happening there, they are also bringing a lot more projects there. And if you're happy with all those things, you can start referring it to people, like how I said for the training program, and you get the referral income. For example, if you refer someone for the 3G Commune program, membership program, they pay 300 rupees. You'll be getting 100 rupees as a referral income, which is a short-term, quick money, which is a legal business, I would say, legitimate business, I can say. It's nothing hidden over here, nothing hidden cost over here. You are referring someone for a training program for which you are getting the affiliate fee. Simple, that's it. And beyond that, there are also other income level also, which will be explained during the webinar as well. And this is my income pattern. Last week I earned 500 out of it, and yesterday another 300 I earned, and one of my team members, she earned 500 last week. Another team member, she earned 400 yesterday, and again this week. Every 10 days they are releasing the payment, 10th, 20th and 30th. So if you'd like to get more information about it, definitely I'll be sending the information to the WhatsApp group and also in your personal chat as well. And I'm doing a lot of other concern asked me to interview you. So we'll have 15 to 20 minutes of session in the Zoom call itself. And that's a profile for you. That's a profile for me, which you can start sharing it with the contacts. Based on that, you'll be getting a lot of assignments. Like I'll be asking you questions, your past history, what you're doing in the lockdown period, and what is your plan, who are the people you'll be able to serve in the lockdown period. So based on that, once we start promoting your videos, you'll be getting a lot of orders. And that's Mr. Tamra Karthik, who is the founder of Tamra Group of Companies, and she's my team member Shamya, who helped me with the test shoot as well. Same way, we can do the online interview of yourself, or if you're an event anchor or event professional, you can initiate such initiatives. You can do the interviews for others as well. So these are the things. Thank you so much for your patience in attending this webinar.